Hello, 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 everyone. Sorry about that. I got kicked out of my own Hangout. Like, I was like, what's happening? So, took me a while to get back in to come back and continue on with this awesome Hangout. Today, we are going to learn all about how to set up your mornings as like this beautiful, incredible, sacred morning space to help you become and be the most successful person that you can be. Um, First, let me tell you who I am, just in case you don't know who I am and you just stumbled across this webinar and said, let me hop on that and see what's going down. My name is Coach Tara Woodruff, affectionately known as the Mind Reset Coach, and this is Real Talk with Coach Tara. This particular episode happens almost every single Saturday of the month at 7 p.m., and I talk about different things from mindset to business. I am a home-based business professional, a network marketing professional. So a lot of the people that are attracted to these webinars are in that industry. However, what I teach and share with you all here can apply to anybody trying to live a more fulfilling life. So today is no exception to that. This kind of like just all like piled up on me and occurred to me this week that I have a really extensive morning routine, and I started doing some researching about it. And it's not that I haven't looked at it before or done extensive morning routines before. However, it just occurred to me that it's such a big part of my day now that I said, how many other people out there that are achieving the things that they want to achieve and living the lives that they want to live and being friends with the people they want to be friends with and working on the projects they want to work on and vacationing in the places they want to vacation? What do they do in the morning first thing? And there's a wide range of different, a little bit different. And this particular thing is to really help you develop your very own specialized, customized morning routine to set yourself up for power each and every single day. Now, like I said, everyone does it a little different. Some people believe that you need to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to get started. Some people believe that you need to go to bed at 10 o'clock. Some people believe that you wake up when you wake up. Some people would rather have warm water with lemon first thing in the morning, and another person may not even get out of bed yet and start their morning routine right there. And so I'm going to tell you first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you exactly what it is that I do every morning. And then I'm going to go through a couple of key elements that you need to incorporate in order to really create the most powerful morning to help you proceed and be so long. Okay, the first thing that I do in the morning, we're going to go over a little bit later because I'm going to incorporate a lot of what I do into what I suggest that you should add to your morning ritual. Before I even get out of the bed, I pay attention to the bed. I recognize that I'm lying on a really nice bed, and I pay attention to the sheets. I might even touch them. I pay attention to the covers that are on me. My dog is cuddled up at me. I have to cough, so let me take a sip of my coffee. I pay attention to that. I look at the window. I have a curtain on that window for that reason. I look out the window. I try to listen, see if I hear any birds. Sometimes the cardinals come over to this window and will say hello to me in the morning. And if I'm still in bed, I'll hear them. They'll be part of my first thing. And I do that for about, 30 seconds, maybe 60 seconds. I stretch my legs out, and I go ahead and I get out of bed. I go and I get my yoga mats. I use 3 because I'm really heavy and my floor is really hard. So I'll go grab the 2 yoga mats that we use as cushion and my yoga mat that I lay on top. And I begin a meditation for 10 minutes. It's the hardest meditation you'll do all day because your mind, now that you're waking up, is starting to race. Your mind is starting to go, pew, 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 but it's okay. And it's not something that you need to worry about. All you want to do is take that 10 minutes and meditate. Now I use a guided meditation. I actually do a combination between a meditation course to help me get that as a habit, or I will use, and I'll show you later, some other meditations that are just 10 minutes long just to get you started, just that little bit of getting you started, letting your mind wake up. And then the next thing I do is exercise. That's the next thing I do. Whether it's yoga, go for a walk, you are different, whatever it is that gets your blood moving and gets you feeling in touch with your breath and your body, that's what you're going to want to be doing first thing in the morning. And then what I do after that is I'll go and I'll make my protein shake. You could go and make your breakfast, whatever it is, and you want to sit down and you want to have that. And then you want to make sure that you're getting out a journal. Now, if you don't own a journal, you want one. You need to get one, or you need to at least get a notebook or something in the house. But I always suggest that you get as fancy as your budget allows, and you get yourself a journal, and you write every day, and you write affirmations and affirmations every single morning before you ever go to work. Now, I work at home, so my commute's really short. Once I'm done with all that, it's super easy. I'm at my job. All I got to do is turn on job. You may have to get in your car and drive to work and so forth. So everything's going to be different and relevant to your particular situation. There is no one wrong or right way of doing this, okay? You are going to have to determine how much time you want to spend doing this and then break down the different things according to the time that you have. Or you might have to wake up earlier than everyone else in the house. You might have to get up before the kids, and then start the chaos after you're done taking care of you. This is super important because what it does is shows yourself, it shows the universe that you are the most important being in your life and that you are dedicated to treating yourself really good. First thing, that means throughout the day, it's going to be easier for you to make decisions that are in your best interest of you and your family and your goals. Throughout the day, you're going to be able to tackle situations that you might not have been able to. You ever wake up in the morning and nothing's going right? You thought your machine had the coffee ready and it didn't go on, and you've already jumped in the shower and the hot water cut off in the middle, and you go to put on your clothes and you find that your clothes have been piled up in the corner and like all flat and scrunchy, and you look like a mess when you get into them, and you don't have time to iron. You don't have time to pick out another outfit. The kids are screaming. You got to run in there and make the breakfast. And, you get through a day like that. You get in the car, and as soon as you get in the car, your pants rip a little bit because it catches on something on the way in. And then you get out there and you get into traffic, and traffic is nonstop. You're behind every school bus that was ever driven in your county in that morning. And then you get to work and nothing works. The first thing you get is a message that you have to deal with something that's uncomfortable. And then the next thing you know, and it goes on and on, spirals throughout the day. And that's what we're going to stop. I'm taking your hand down, Sandra, unless you have something important that you need to say. That's what that's for. Okay, so you and I both have experienced things like that. You and I both know exactly what that's like. Well, that you're going to create for yourself right now is going to stop those kind of days from happening. Stop the snowball effect. As a matter of fact, we're going to snowball effect in the other direction. Things are just going to get better for you. Every day is going to get easier. Every, conflict or contrast or challenge that you face in the day is just going to become more and more simple for you to just move right through and over, because you have so much time to yourself every morning. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We're going to do something a little funky today. We're actually going to meditate. And just for a couple of seconds. So let me go ahead and open up my screen share. Now this might take me a second because this doesn't screen share like a traditional Hangout does. So I need to kind of come back to you and see. Yes, you can see the screen. Awesome. Well, welcome everybody. This is Real Talk with Coach Tara. Today we're going to learn about creating the power morning ritual for success. Now, I selected this picture because for me, down the road, that's the vision I have for my own morning. Getting up, throwing on the wetsuit, getting in the water and surfing. That's going to be the beginning of my day eventually. However, right now, that's not quite there yet. So I picked my dream board kind of morning right there. And I'm pretty sure if you guys are watching this, any of you have ever been to Maine, this looks like Higgins Beach in Maine, like big time. big time. So just thought that was really cool too. Okay, so before we begin, like you just heard the dog bark and all that fun stuff. Before we begin, you've got to go ahead, close out all the, turn Facebook off right now. Turn off your phone. Turn it off all the way. When it says, would you like us to turn this off? Click the yes. Turn the phone off. You don't need it on right now. Unless you're on this Hangout on your phone, you don't need it. You want all notifications. Your tabs are shut. You want to shut the door to whatever room you're in if you can. It may not be possible for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I understand if it's not, but the best way that you can. See, look, my phone's ringing. My very own phone is ringing. And we're going to decline that call. Look at that. So I'm going to turn that off myself. See, look at us. Power off. Shut down. Okay. I can come back to that. The best you can, you want to turn off all notifications. I just turned off my phone. Tell everyone in the house that you're going to be busy with me for the next 60 minutes. It could be faster. It may be a little longer. It depends on how many people come on, how many people have questions or suggestions. I'm looking for suggestions too, because just because my power morning ritual, it may not be suitable for someone at all. They might have to do it completely different. Other people may have good suggestions that they already use. So keep that in mind. Let everyone know that you're hanging out with Coach Tara, all right? Okay, the first thing, this next exercise that we're going to do right now together is literally to help us create identity for ourselves. Identity, according to the American Heritage Stedman's Medical Dictionary, means a set of behavioral or personal characteristics by which an individual is recognized as a group. Okay? Or regarded as persisting entity or individuality. So when we think of what we're here because we want to create a power morning ritual for success, right? That was the name of the Hangout. So we want to begin to identify ourselves, if we don't already, with powerful and successful people. That's why it's important to research this a little bit. Go check out, see what Tony Robbins does in the morning. I have some really great resources for you to check out as well. A bunch of things that I read that helped me develop mine. And also an interview with Tony Robbins about his morning routine. Okay? Who do you want to be associated with? This is association. Okay? Your identity is based on your associations as well, not just your own personal characteristics and behaviors, but the characteristics and behavior of the group of people that you identify yourself with. Now, this can be used negatively or it can be used positively, which is how we're going to use it right now. We are determined to be successful, whatever that may be for you. And you want to have yourself identify with that cohort, which cohort means group of people that are like you. Okay, it's your cohort. So this exercise we're going to do is going to help us solidify the identity that we really are aiming to achieve. Okay, in other words, identity is how we identify ourselves. It's Coach Tara, the Mind Reset Coach. It's Ginger Sassatelli, the Beachbody Coach. Okay, it's Coach Tara, the Network Marketing Professional, Home-Based Business Professional. All sorts of different ways that you can identify yourself with certain groups of people. That's what we're here for. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, so I want you to close your eyes and put your hands on your legs, feet on the ground. I'm going to want you to begin to breathe in through your nose. Out through your mouth. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose, filling your lower belly, then your chest, and hold for a second. Then release. Open your mouth when you release. Make the sound. Do a few more of those. In 3 of 1, 4. Now drop your chin to your chest. And as you inhale for 4 seconds, lift your head to a slightly up position. As you release your breath, lower your chin back down to your chest. Again, inhale. Okay, now circle your shoulders backwards. Round them up towards your ears and down the back. Feel your shoulder blades go down the back. Do that 4 times. 2, 3, 4. Now go forward with that. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now take a deep breath again. Now scrunch your shoulders up towards your ears. Breathing in and drop them down. Do it one more time. One more time. Okay, relax. Loosen up a little bit. And now we're going to, I want you to imagine, if you want to keep your eyes closed, you can. If you want to open your eyes, go ahead and open your eyes. I want you to think about who you're becoming, what that person's like. Pull out your notebook, open your eyes, pull out your notebook, grab your pen. Hopefully you brought this with you. Take a moment and write down your identity, the best version of you that you identify yourself as. Think about the friends that you have, the activities you do with each other, how fulfilling your work is, where you go out to dinner with your family. Very quickly, we're going to do this for about 45 seconds. Write down what kind of car you're driving. Is it brand new? Is it leased? Talk about to yourself the kind of house that you live in. Do you have enough room for everyone in your family? Do you like a cozy house? Do you like a large house? Write down your ideal self and your situation. Identify yourself with your future you. As you can tell, my dog identifies with China right now. He's trying to dig to China through the floor. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen. I can't even tell you. Hey, Charlie, are you done now? You almost done there, buddy? Thank you. Okay. Okay, so part 1, or one of the elements to creating your most successful power ritual for the morning would be, before anything else, preparation is the key to success. That's a quote by Alexander Graham Bell. And what I mean by this is that your power ritual for the morning is going to start the night before. About 10 minutes before you go to bed, maybe longer, depends on what kind of days you have laid ahead, if you've got to go to work tomorrow or whatever it is. You want to map out what tomorrow is going to look like today. You always want to have this prepared for yourself, blocking off the time that you need for your power ritual. Now, the time that you need for your power ritual is totally up to you. It's totally up to you. If you already have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning just to get the kids ready for school, get yourself ready, get out the door and get to work, you're probably going to want to wake up at 4, and you're going to want it to be an hour-long morning ritual. If you're like me and you work for yourself and your day is totally at your command, I don't do business before noon ever, ever. So I am able to extend my morning power ritual for a long period of time. I would say that mine takes about 2 hours. If I was to be somewhere in the morning that is outside of that noon o'clock rule I have, if I had to, like last week, I had to be in Tampa by 10 o'clock in the morning. That was way outside of what my normal scheduling looks like. I wasn't leaving my house until 8:30 in the morning. That meant that for me to be able to conduct my own morning self-care, my morning power ritual, so that I could greet this day with the best of my ability, I woke up at 5:30 in the morning and began then. Okay? So everyone's going to be very different, but I want you to know that before tomorrow comes, it begins today. Everybody, there's not a self-help book, not a success book. No one will tell you anything other than this. This isn't invented by me, and it is definitely not only going to be heard by you, by just me. Okay, this is the number one rule. Write out tomorrow, today. Okay? Always. So part 1 of your morning ritual begins tonight. Part 2. Now, sleep is the best meditation, okay? It absolutely is. You need to get the right amount of sleep for you. There are so many different factors to this. So many people believe that minimum 9 hours of sleep. So many people believe that you could do this on 4. So it depends on, you should probably try to do the opposite of what you believe or what you were raised to believe. Because you want to break paradigms here. You want to break out of the box and get into new paradigms, because that's super important to stretch yourself all the time. So you might want to alternate this, but I'm going to go ahead and click here and show you this awesome, I found this from the Sleep Institute. This is a really great infographic, okay? I'll start right at the bottom. Now, you know this. Newborns sleep anywhere between 14 and 17. Now, this is what their chart means. Recommended range might be appropriate, not recommended. Most babies sleep a little longer than this. I believe they're about 20 hours. But that's how long they need to sleep in order to be really super duper productive. Babies, you may not think they're doing much, but if you're a mom out there, which I'm sure there are a few, you know, babies have a lot of things going on in the hours they are awake, and they need a lot of sleep to prepare themselves for that. So there's a lot going on there. Infants need 12 to 15 hours, according to the Sleep Institute. Toddlers 11 to 14. Preschool 10 to 13. School age, you know, which is your primary, 9 to 11 hours. Teenagers 8 to 10. Now think about this. Think about what happens here. In modern America, what happens here for teenagers is this is impossible. It's impossible for them to get 8 to 10 hours of sleep. They're doing homework until 2 o'clock in the morning, and they got to wake up at 5 to be at school at 7. If they're going to school, if they're not being homeschooled, this is crazy. That's how much your teenagers need in order to be productive every single day. So you've got to help them there, okay? But we're talking about you, a young adult. You are either anywhere between the ages of 18 to 75 on this hangout, okay? And this is how it goes, and it's pretty much the same for a while. After 18 to about 64 years old, you need 7 to 9 hours of sleep, idealistically. And then after that, it gets a little scrunchy. It tends to be harder to stay asleep after 65. I'm not sure what the dynamics are to that, but let's just say, for the sake of science or for the sake of this hangout, that you want to be scheduling yourself 7 to 9 hours of sleep, period. And you want to be doing that consistently. And if you can, you want to be doing that in the dark. You want to sleep in the dark. Okay, I do not do that. I am a late person. I do go to sleep in the dark, but I wake up in the day. But my body, I don't know what it knows about what's going on. I sleep with the window open so that I can wake up as early as possible. That's how I wake up. Everybody's different, but you want to try. I always get 7 to 9 hours of sleep, no matter what. Even if I'm not doing it the right time of day, I am definitely getting the amount of sleep that I need. So let's go back here. So I want you to write that down. Number 1, plan tomorrow, today. So nightly to-do lists for tomorrow, blocking off the time that you're going to need for your first power ritual in the morning. Number 2, you need to make sure that you're sleeping 7 to 9 hours. So if you know that you need to be up an hour before the rest of the house is in order to get this me time in, that's going to determine when you're going to bed tonight. And you're going to aim for that goal as much as you possibly can, okay? I'm not saying you're going to be perfect. You might say, hey, I need to be in bed by 10 o'clock tonight in order for me to get up tomorrow and beat everybody to the sunlight and get my me time in before we get ready and go off to church or whatever that you do on Sundays, or get ready to go off to the beach, or get ready to go off for our hike, or get ready to go off to the river, whatever you do on Sundays. Your goal might be 10 o'clock tonight. That might not happen. The purpose of this is not to beat yourself up at any given moment, but to set boundaries for yourself. And one of those boundaries that you need to set for yourself right now is that you don't beat yourself up anymore. Okay? Part 3. Before you even get out of bed in the morning, I want you to become aware of your bed, the sheets, covers, the shelter of your bedroom, and allow yourself to feel gratitude. Maybe even allow yourself to smile. I do not believe in alarm clocks. I do not believe in putting the alarm clock across the room so you're forced to get up out of bed really fast. I don't believe with people that talk about productivity and their thing is jump out of bed in the morning. I don't believe in that. I think that's counterproductive. That's employee mindset. And I just don't believe in it. Now, I could be totally wrong. You could believe in that. If that works for you, that's fine. But I want you to start to become the kind of person that does not need to rush anywhere. I want you to become the kind of person for yourself, because you're successful. You're a success. Things are done on your time. You are the captain of this ship. And I want you to recognize the beauty of the bed that you get to sleep in every night before you get up. I want you to begin your day fully understanding that you have it better than billions of people on this planet. Not because it's a zero-sum world, but because you get to recognize when things are beautiful. You get to feel the sheets and feel that they're beautiful. You get to say, wow, this is a pretty cool bed. You might even recognize there's a spring loose in there, and it might be a good reminder for you to smile and put that on your next 90 days, get a new bed. Maybe it's one of those things, but I want you to take 30 seconds before you get out of that bed and rush off to do anything, to have some gratitude for where you're sleeping right now. That's a must. Absolutely. Part 4. The first thing that I want you to do, and this, you might have to switch these around a little bit now after we got past the recognizing that you're in bed. All of these from here on in are interchangeable. They need to be where you're going to be comfortable with it. For me, this is the best part of my beginning of the day, is to get up. Okay, I go and I make myself an alkaline adaptogen drink. Okay, you could have water with lemon in it. I make that really fast and I bring it back into my room, and I do this all in my bedroom. I like living here, okay? And I set up for morning meditation, and I do a 10-minute meditation. You could either simply do what we just did before, breathe in through your nose for a count of 4 and out through your nose or your mouth for a count of 4, and just do that for 10 minutes. Set an alarm maybe on your cell phone, on your computer, whatever it is. Or you can listen to a guided meditation or some sort of meditation music. I have a couple of things that I recommend on the next page, okay? There is a really great meditation called Wake Up and Go in the Morning. It's a 10-minute guided meditation. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. It's free. It's on YouTube. And when I send this out with the replay, you will be able to click on Wake Up and Go in the Morning 10-minute guided meditation. It'll bring you right there. All this right here on this page is going to be clickable. Okay? 30-day meditation challenge on Do You Yoga. I do that. That's really great. It's exactly 10 minutes long. Each meditation, there's nothing. It's not a 20-minute long that kind of might bring you outside of your allotted time for your morning power session. It's sometimes these kind of things have to be extremely methodical. As a matter of fact, you really need to get methodical about self-care. You need to be fully aware of, if you have 10 minutes first to do that meditation needs to be 10 minutes long, period. Okay? So that 30-day meditation challenge on Do You Yoga is awesome. That as well is free. And there's also another really great 10-minute meditation on YouTube. Super cool. It's called 10-Minute Meditation at My Desk with Tibetan Singing Bowls. That can be used at any time of the day. But Tibetan singing bowls, man, there's something about sacred sounds that will get you going in the morning. I actually listen to sacred sounds at night. I listen to an 8-hour, I think it's a 9-hour Tibetan singing bowl meditation. I turn it on when I go to bed, and in the morning it wakes me up about an hour before it's up or finished, and the bells start getting a little louder and you start hearing chimes and whatnot. It kind of helps me naturally just, come on, Tara, it's time to get ready. Time to move on in your day away from the bed. So come on. And it kind of does that for me. But if you're not into that, if that doesn't suit, that's not necessarily something everyone can do. Okay, you might have I'm single. I don't have anyone sleeping in my room that's going to be like, what's that sound? I don't know what your situation is. So this is a great way to start your day. 10-minute meditation with singing bowls. It's really fantastic. So when you get the replay, you'll get these recommendations. You can also go to YouTube and type in 10-minute morning meditation. Abraham Hicks there's a couple of really great ones that she does that you just talk about power meditation. 10 minutes. It's all you need. This needs to be one of your steps in the morning. I do it first. The next part of it is exercise. Some of you might need to do this right away. This might be something that needs to happen immediately. For me, putting the meditation first really helps me with the exercise part. Okay? The first meditation, it's kind of like me slowing my brain down, because what I want to do when I get up is I just want to turn on the computer and check my email and get right to work. And I know I cannot do that, because all that does is get you distracted. When the first thing that you do in the morning is check your Facebook or your email, means that the first thing that you did in the morning was determined by somebody else. So my meditation, I have to do that to slow my brain down, so that when I'm exercising, I'm focused on the power of my exercise, and I'm connecting to how important that exercise is to my total success, to my total well-being, to my total life. So that's why I put it next. You may need to put it first. Like I said, you might have children that you've got to beat to the, that might be something you might need to combine meditation with exercise. You might need to put on a pair of headsets and get out there and go for a jog, listening to a meditation or jogging meditation or moving meditation. You might have to do that in order to combine the two together. Okay? This, like I said, is going to be very dependent upon what your personal situation is, but I want you to create this ritual. I want you to create your best superpower ritual. So the second aspect to it is your exercise. I do yoga. That's what I like to do in the morning. I walk later. I prefer to walk in the evening. Like after this, if it's not raining out, me and Sarah will go for a walk. I'm getting eaten alive in my own bedroom. What the heck? I got mosquitoes in here. Jogging, Pilates, throw on a DVD. I know some people out there doing the beach body exercises and stuff. Throw one of those in and get it done. Get the sweat out. However you need to do it, do it. If this is not the part of the day you want to do that kind of exercise, that you want to do your morning beginning exercise, this would be a great time to throw on the headset Put in an MP3, MP3 player, whatever it is, whatever it is, iPod, whatever that is. Okay? And get out there and move. Do it for you alone. And the sixth aspect is going to be your journal. This is the power journal. This is the affirmations and affirmations and the aspects of your ideal goals. You can focus on 90-day goals. Basically, what you want to have in your head is this. Let me pick up my journal and actually read to you what I write out every day. I write out 10 different aspects of my 90-day game plan that I'm working on, right? So let's see if I have it written there. Do I have it written there? Okay, get out your pen and paper. Look at me, I have it blank. I think I can come back to you now. Let me come back. Hi! This is I can come back, but I got to put on spectacles because I can't read nothing. Write this down. Get out your pen and paper. Your 90-day goals, there's a vast amount of things that you should be focusing on in your life. You'd be surprised how much you can actually focus on accomplishing. It's not just money. It's not just the car. It's not just the rank. It's not just the promotion. It's not just the weight loss. It's not just that. It has to do with a lot of different things. Number one is health and well-being. Write that down. Number two is money and abundance. Number three is building self-confidence. Number four is work and career. Number five is love and intimacy. Number six is family and relationships. Number seven is conquering fears. Number 8 is overcoming bad habits. Number 9 is spirituality. And number 10 is life and happiness. You actually want to have an affirmation and an affirmation for each of those subjects. Spread out for a 90-day plan. So, like for instance, my 90-day plan for health and well-being is you want to write down what it is that you want to accomplish and the date that you want to accomplish it by. Now, my goal is to release 50 pounds of fat by December 27th. Okay? My affirmation is, when did I lose 50 pounds of fat by December 27th, 2015? Question mark. Affirmation would be, it's so easy for me to lose 50 pounds of fat by December 27th in 2015. Statement. Affirmation, you always want to use why, not how. Why is more important than the how. It's funny how that applies to that. And your affirmation is not going to be a question. It's going to be a statement. So you're going to, anybody need me to repeat that? I will definitely repeat that. If not, I'll add it to the slides. So when you get the replay, you will have that list as well. Okay. There's some of these that are so similar, like love and intimacy and then family and relationships. Isn't that kind of in the same, to certain points? Yes. Money and abundance and that work and career. Isn't that the same for me? For me, I'm the type of person, all of this stuff is business. All of it. Everything. I look at everything as business, and not in a negative, money-hungry, Donald Trump kind of way, because I believe that our lives are our business. How we conduct our business. Mind your own business, that kind of thing, right? It's more than just how you earn your paycheck. It's about the work of your life, right? So all these things are things that you should be focusing on. Every morning, you want to be opening up your journal and writing it down. Now, you might just end up in one of those crazy rampages where you're just like, whoa, like today's a really good day. But I might even have one for you. Yeah. Why is that today such a great day already? That's how I start with a good question. I love how I can feel, and I go on and on and on and on until I'm done. And now I'm ready to start the day. Now, what do you do once your morning power ritual is finished? Don't let it stop there, just like it didn't begin when you woke up. It started the night before. It's not going to stop there once you're done with that journaling, or whether the journaling could be first, meditation could be in the middle. However it is that you end up arranging that. Those three major components to your morning ritual are those things. Now, when you drink a cup of coffee in the morning, take that cup of coffee and feel the mug, smell it, and treat it as if it's a gift. If you're one of those people that it's going to be really difficult for you to take away a lot of time because you have a lot of things going on in the morning and you are not the only person there. You're not the only one that's doing that. You need to take those everyday things that you're already doing right now and turn them into sacred. Turn them into sacred. When you're making breakfast for the kids, make it a ritual. Make it sacred. Have one kid go get the bowls and the other one go get the milk and you go get the cereal, and we do it. Make it a big, enjoyable thing. The goal here is to make sure that you're in control of your morning. Sometimes being in control of your morning means that you've got to be able to work with what's already in your morning. Sometimes you won't be able to do your personal development until you're in the car on the way to work and you put in the audio or you put on your iPad, your iPod, whatever that is, the thing that plays stuff. Maybe that's the only time that you're going to get to do that. That's okay. That's when you could be, instead of journaling it, maybe you could be recording yourself saying, "My name is Tara Woodruff and today is a great day." And ask yourself those questions based on those 10 points that you're focusing on for the next 90 days. Think about that. It's about turning what you already do, adding some particular things to it, and making it special, becoming fully self-aware and really conscious of the things that we're doing. A lot of the times we move through our morning so quickly, we don't even know what happened. Before we know it, the morning is gone. Before we know it, it's lunchtime and you forgot to pack lunch and you're eating out of the machine at work. Before you know it, you're home. Before you know it, the kids are yelling at you, "What's for dinner?" Before you know it, it's nighttime and you haven't even got to sat down to your home-based business yet to get what you need to get done for the day. Before you know it. So the idea here is to start with such a power morning ritual that's completely customized to yourself, that you can change it anytime, any way. You might want to figure out which one of those things you want to do first. Maybe you want to try the first 90 days of it, exercise first, then meditation, then the journal. And then the next time, switch it around and find one. It grooves with me really well to meditate first, exercise, and then journal. That's how it grooves with me. That's my thing. And I've tried it all different kinds of ways, but I want you to start waking up a little bit earlier for yourself. Definitely wake up earlier for yourself before anyone's around. And if you have to incorporate your family into your morning power ritual, you go right ahead and do it, but on your terms. It's time to go first, because in order for you to be the success and to be the role model that you want to be for your children, to be the success that you want to be in your business, to be the success that you want to be for you, to go on the vacations that you want to go on, to eat dinner in the restaurants you want to eat dinner in, to hang out with the people that you want, that you love, that you care about, that uplift you and help you become a better person. So you're not going to get to hang out with those kind of people if you're a schmuck. Because those kind of people pay very close attention to the kind of people they're hanging out with. And if you're not taking care of yourself, and you're not putting yourself first, and you're not exercising, and you're not opening your mind and studying and reading a book and listening to audios and taking time for yourself to be a successful person for your own life, successful people are not going to want to hang out with you. You know, there's that thing where people say, "Oh, once they got money, they didn't know me no more." Well, they probably stopped knowing you way before they got the money. You know? So start becoming who you really want to become. There's nothing wrong with that. But remember that if you want to surround yourself around successful people that lift you up, you need to be that too, because they're not going to allow an association of theirs to bring them down, because they have identity with their cohorts. Okay, they identify with their cohorts. That's why we did that meditation at the beginning. I want you to identify. Now, today, when you did that and you thought about the kind of car you want to drive and the house you want to live in, you might think things like BMW, gated community, things like that. And when you get there, the kind of thing that you really want may be long dirt road, 57 Chevy, farm, you know what I'm saying? All of it's all good. But I want you to be a success in whatever it is that you imagine for yourself. And know that you're going to grow and you're going to change. And when you get to suburbia and you have that gated community thing, you might get there and be like, these are not the cohorts I was thinking of. These aren't the people I identify with, really. And you can make the change, but you can't make the change from nowhere. Okay, so that is how you create a power morning ritual so that you can be the most powerful human being that you can be. I will be putting in a couple of references that I use to help me develop my morning routine. A couple things that I don't do that you might want to incorporate from other different sources. And of course, like Tony, I'll give you Mark Hoverson, for example. His morning routine is a super big deal to him. Oh my gosh, they're crazy. Wait till the frogs come. They're going to eat you. There's a bunch of bugs flying by the window. The frogs are going to come and eat them. Mark Hoverson, he wakes up and he exercises, I believe, first, like crazy exercise, sweat, sweat, sweat. And then he steams. He does a steam shower with peppermint oil on the floor of the shower. He drops it, okay, so that he's really invigorated. And then he cold blasts cold water for 15 minutes or something like that, 5 to 15 minutes. That's part of his morning routine. Tony Robbins has a very similar thing. A lot of sweating, a lot of steaming, and a lot of cold. So maybe one thing that you want to add to your morning shower is the cold water blast. It's really difficult here if you live in Florida because the water table is 70 degrees all the time. So unless it's 110 out, 70 degrees is not cold water. It's just not hot. So it's very hard to get that going, that cold splash. The cold splash is important because it helps you build brown fat, which helps you keep your white fat under control and gives you a lot of energy. So cold water helps with that. So everyone's got a little something different going on in there. I don't necessarily jump in the shower right away. I like to I do a yoga that's very warming. That keeps me going for quite a while. I like to let that just be. That's when I have my coffee and I write in my journal. I might do this or that. But the first thing that you do once you get to work, whether you're walking from your bedroom to your kitchen table or whether you're getting in the car and going there, the first thing that you do when you get to work is the hardest thing of the day. Get the frog eaten first thing in the morning. Don't even check your email. For a lot of people, it's creating content. Somebody said to me the other day, I wish I had more time for videos. Well, you got time to check your Facebook. Don't even allow yourself to check your Facebook, your emails until you've cut a 2-minute video. Just don't do it. You don't have to wish you had more time for it. You just have to prioritize the time you have. Facebook is going to be there when you get back. Let people wait for you to answer them back. Let people wait for you to respond to their emails. As a matter of fact, as you start to build this power in yourself and this power ritual for yourself every morning, the people that are messaging you and that need you right now and all these emergencies that happen, no. Life is on your terms. You're the captain. You have charted the course. You're not going off the course unless there's a really cool island over there that you want to go check for seashells on the shore. That's it. That's it. You need to develop that for yourself so you have the posture so that when people are asking you all these questions or all these things and trying to get you distracted from your mission, that you're able to stay focused. When you start to create this morning power ritual for yourself, which I hope that tonight you kind of sketch one out for yourself tomorrow and write out your next day tomorrow, start right away. As you get more and more and more and more used to it, it'll become easier and easier and easier. It won't even matter. You'll be like, done. Your morning rituals might be a half hour, 45 minutes. Could be long and extended, and like mine. It's really long and extended. It's almost like a spa day before I even get started. Think about it. If you were to be the richest person you could be with the most money that you could afford, would you have, how much time would it take you to get ready to go anywhere in the morning? What would be going on? Would you maybe have a masseuse over at the house come give you a massage every morning? There are people out there that do. Would you have assistants helping you select your clothes? Think about this. That stuff's real. You might not have a staff yet, but you might need to be your own staff. And the best way to do it is to commit to you so that you can have the posture in both your job, in your business, with your family, that you are not at the whim of everyone else's things, that you are in addition to them, that they should be happy that you even showed up, that you are here to be your best you, that you're committed to your processes so that you can attain the things that you deserve to attain in this life. Anybody have any questions? Everyone's being kind of quiet. Just want to see. Now I have an offer here I wanted to show you. This is 23 productivity secrets. This is written by this guy. He's just absolutely phenomenal. And he did a webinar just like this one based on being productive inside of the workday. So I wanted to offer that, guys, to you. And my offer button is not working. So I'm just going to throw the link in there into the chat so that you can go ahead and check out that. It's fantastic, and that's what's up. You're awesome, Ginger. You're awesome. This is 23productivitysecrets.com. TaraWoodruff.23productivitysecrets.com. That's going to help you understand that time isn't money. It's production equals money, and how to get there, how to turn yourself from a 4-figure, 5-figure into a 6-figure and beyond with how productive you are during the work portion of your day. But I guarantee you none of that. I bet you none of it's going to matter until you get that first part done for you. It's all about you. You're not in that home-based business. You're not going to that job. You're not doing all those things that you've got to do just because. You're doing it because you want something more. You're doing it because you deserve something more, because that's why you're here. Your dreams are your true identity. It's just up to you to connect with it and start to identify yourself with your dreams. Start believing you can. Okay? I'm going to go, guys. I thank you so much for coming tonight. And I will finish up the references for you guys so you can look at the different, like the meditations that I suggest, what I looked at to help me organize this, and the interview with Tony Robbins about his morning routine. I think it's really great. So I will see you all on the other side. Don't forget to go over to Facebook. If you found value in this, go over to Facebook and post on my wall, post in the event, post on my business page. Tara, thank you so much for that awesome webinar tonight. I'm so excited, blah, 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 whatever. I like all that stuff. So you go ahead and do it for me, all right? I love you all very much. I'll see you on the other side. Peace.